Hi DIY doers and welcome to my workshop. Mother's Day is rapidly approaching and I've got some crafts for Mum today. I hope this video gives you some inspiration and some ideas to create your own crafts for Mum. Okay, so first I was thinking, let me show you what we're going to make first. So I'll have all the projects and things linked to Design Space. But first, and I'll just put that there because we're going to make a card as well. So we're going to make a Mother's Day card, a little Mother's Day sentiment frame, and a groovy mum t-shirt. Now in Australia it's actually going into winter, so I bought these long sleeve skivvies. I know my mum and my mother-in-law wear them both and they do get chilly, so I thought that would be a good fit. But you get a t-shirt or anything that your mum or mother-in-law will wear. So yeah, that's what we're going to create today. So I thought we'll start off with the acrylic signs. I'm going to paint the back of it. You don't have to, of course. Whatever I do, you don't have to do. It's just to give you inspiration. But if you did want to craft along with me, I will have all the Cricut projects that I made in the description box below. Also, I'll have everything, like all the materials and things that I used, in the description box below. In saying that, I think some of the Cricut projects you might have to buy, say I think the flower, I think that wasn't free in Cricut, and I might have used a couple system fonts that you might not have. So yeah, you can always change it, rearrange it. If you don't want the flower, maybe you want a butterfly, put a butterfly there instead. It's up to you. I thought the design was really cute. So let's open this up. So we've got two here. Now I bought these from Kmart. They are available on Amazon. I'll link some below. I can't remember how much I paid for them. But both sides has a protective film. So I'm just going to peel one side off and I'm going to just roughly paint it like that. Kind of with this brush, and I'm just going to brush it on like that. I don't want the whole back painted, I just want that like painted effect sort of thing. And I'm using this Artist Collection acrylic paint. I actually got this from Aldi. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it from Aldi. You can use any paint. Chalk paint is the best to get the effect that I want, but I couldn't find the color that I wanted in chalk paint. So yeah, I'm doing acrylic. Okay, so first let's peel this off. So I thought we'll do these first because It's a new paint, I have to open it. Yeah, I thought we'll get started on these first so the paint has time to dry, and then we'll cut all our vinyl and our HTV and our cardstock. We might do it all at once, really. Get the Cricut cam out. That was probably too much, but oh well. So I want to get some on the whole of the brush, like that. And then I kind of just want to do just to get that effect, you know. I'm loving my glass mat as well. It is very cool. Now if you want to paint the whole thing, paint the whole thing. But this is kind of the effect that I was going for. So we'll see how it turns out. In craft, you always just have to experiment. Now I'm just going to go round. Make sure I didn't get any on the sides. Alright, so it's going to look like that at the back. Should always have a wipe ready when you're painting. I find paint just gets absolutely everywhere. So I'm pretty much going to do the exact same to this one. Just going in that horizontal direction. Okay, so they are done. I'm just going to put them to the side, let them dry. Okay, so I just turned my Maker on and I've opened Design Space. So this is the design that I'm going to put onto the acrylic signs. So I've got everything where I want it. I've attached the wording so it is going to cut that way. Hopefully it cuts clean. I'm just a little bit worried because it's quite small, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so let's make it. Okay, so we've got our first mat with the writing. We do not actually need this mat. So I'm just going to cancel because I don't need to cut out a square because it's going on the acrylic. I only use that square to gauge the size of my design. So we'll just hide that and we'll go make it again. So I am cutting on a mat for all my projects today. All right, so our first one, I'm actually gonna do two, because I'm gonna give one to my mother-in-law and my mum. Okay, so they both fit on the thing, side by side. Well, that's good. I might just move this one over just a little bit. And I'm thinking, to make this a little bit easier to weed, I might actually cut that square or rectangle. Okay, so you're probably, now I can't see anything, but I think this is gonna work, hopefully. Let's try and go make it. So hopefully it's going to cut out a nice rectangle around all our words and it'll be easier to weed. Okay, cool. Yes, it will. So I've just created that rectangle around. And then we'll go apply for 2, because we want 2 copies. And we want on a mat. Oh, now it's saying it can't cut both on one mat. Really? Alright, 2 mats it is, but I might just turn them sideways. Save a little bit on vinyl. Doesn't have to be straight, I know, but tell that to my brain. So that one's on a mat, that one's on a mat. Make these on a mat. Okay. Alright, so we'll see how this goes. I'm just worried about that font. Okay, let's see. So we'll press continue. I'm using HTV RONT self-adhesive vinyl. So we are going to, I like to cut my vinyl to size. I'm just going to get my little vinyl cutter. I have one trimmer for paper and one trimmer for vinyl. Because vinyl gets a little bit sticky. So we're just going to cut, I think the design went down to 17. So I normally do 1 more centimetre on top just to make sure, just in case if I don't line it up totally straight on the mat. So that's 1, and while we're here we'll cut 1 more. Just like that. Okay, we'll put that away for a second, and I'll get two green mats. Now I have cats and dogs, and no matter what I do, I cannot not get hair on my mats. If you guys have cats and dogs and you know a secret, please let me know. Okay, looks pretty good. Now, best kept secret, use a brayer to get your vinyl stuck down really good. I don't know what all those, could be stuff on my mat, I guess. I don't know, I've had these mats for probably like 1.5 years now. That one looks like it's bent. Alright, so that's nicely stuck down. So for HTV vinyl, you use the standard blade, which is in my Cricut machine, and just the setting vinyl. So I'm using the same type of vinyl for all my projects. So I'm just going to click remember material settings, and then let's cut. Alright, so we have our mat. We'll load our mat. I always push it to the furthest on this side and then kind of fold it up with my finger so it's got pressure to feed it in, and then we press the load button. Now the Cricut's happy, we've got enough vinyl on there. Now we just press play. Okay, so just looking at the project just then, it doesn't seem to like that font, so I might change the font. quickly, and then we'll try and cut the project again. Right now I think I'm just going to cancel. If you can see, you can actually see the mat underneath, so the letters and things are just coming away. I'm pretty sure it's just too small. So I'm going to cancel that print. Sorry, cancel that cut. I don't know why I say print. But as you can see, it's just all coming off. It's way too small. So it would have looked really pretty, but I think we're gonna have to go back to the designing board and try again. Okay, so I changed the design a little bit. I definitely changed the font of those small tiny little words. It's just not worth the hassle of weeding. And now I'm just cutting some more vinyl to length while my Cricut cuts. Okay, so it is weeding. I have had to do some surgery, but you just gotta go nice and slow. So I'm gonna try and get all these innards out. Now, I must admit, I didn't even bother trying for the commas, full stops, and I think they're called tittles on the eyes. The little dots on the eyes anyway. I don't think they would transfer very well either, and you can clearly see that it is an eye. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it took a while. Now you may be wondering that it doesn't look very sticky when I was weeding that, and you gotta keep in mind that the vinyl isn't supposed to stick to this sheet. It will get very sticky once it's on our blank. Okay, let's weed out the other stuff. Now, just with any type of weeding, just go slow, take your time, and I like to go at a bit of an angle. You can always twist to get those little curly bits. Yeah, I might just cut this. Because I know we actually have a rainstorm at the moment. And in my studio, it's very natural light. So yeah, there's not much natural light happening at the moment. Unfortunately, so it's a little bit dark. I've got all the lights on, but yeah, my house is kind of dark. Again, just go slow. And I actually found out that I didn't have any blue vinyl. And I'm like, huh. So I changed the dots to this metallic. I've never worked with this before. It's actually Oldie brand. So I'm hoping it cut all the way through. I should have actually tested it before I took it off the mat, but oh, that looks good. Beautiful. Alright, so I got some transfer tape. This is actually transfer tape that I have previously used, so it's less sticky. So I'm hoping it's going to be good for this. I tell you what, weeding on this mat was amazing. I could see every little thing. It was really good. So I don't want this border. This was kind of just to make it easier to weed for me. So we'll get rid of that. We'll grab our blank. Okay. First I might actually get this transfer tape. That's big enough, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know why I just didn't fold it. Don't know why. Like that. And then simply peel. Now, because there's so many little things, I'm going to really burnish it on there. Just going over every little line. And hopefully it comes off easy. Oh, that was a pain. Now I think I want it going that way. Now I think it needed to be quite up. It needed to be like there. Alright, so always grab the transfer backing of your vinyl and peel that away from the transfer tape. And just monitor your project to make sure it's coming off. Oop. And just burnish again when you need to. Really, it helps going at a bit of an angle. Okay, now comes the hard part. Getting it on nice and straight without sticking it down prematurely. I think I'm going to go with that. Alright, we'll get our scraper tool and burnish this like crazy. Now I did end up changing the design quite a bit because I just needed these letters to be bigger, and I changed them from cursive to simple. And if you struggle with a project with tiny cursive, just change or make the font bigger. Just trying to make sure this is all stuck down. And the same thing, peel from a diagonal. And you can even burnish as you go. But if you peel straight down, you'll find that, like especially with tees, that's so fine that it'll just peel with the transfer tape. So if you come at a bit of an angle though, it actually works way better. So lucky I have to do this again because the recording cut out on me. So I wanted to show you how to layer vinyl together. To make it easier to put on your blank. So we'll burnish this down. Now I don't know if I've got I just need a little piece just for there. It's not a little piece, but it will do. I might just sticky tape them together. Actually, I really could just cut it. Okay. I just put that there because I know the flower is going to go over. So at least this will give it somewhere to go. Oop. Get that cord out of the way. Alright. And then always peel off your backing. Makes a world of difference. Never peel off your transfer tape unless you're applying it. Okay, so we're going to line that up around about there and burnish that on. Now, vinyl is not like these backing papers or sheets that the vinyl is actually on is not meant to keep the vinyl on it. So the vinyl's not meant to stick on it. So you got to bear that in mind. I think around about there. I'm just going to put that there so it doesn't get all sticky onto my glass mat because it's very hard to get it off. So just burnishing. Now I'm pretty sure the dots went there, there and there. So remember, always peeling the backing away from the vinyl. Not that backing, this backing. There was two backings. It's 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now lining that up, and it goes around about there, sticking it down. Now I tend to like to use this scraper more, especially for fine detailed stuff, like these words or these letters. Sometimes you can do it too hard, and scrapers like these can actually lift it off. This one's actually cracked. But yeah, I got these, I'm pretty sure I got it at super cheap. But yeah, I just love it because it glides so effortlessly and it doesn't actually mark your vinyl either. And we'll do a little bit on the back. All right. And let's take our transfer tape off. There's that one. I mean, not our transfer tape off, our backing off our transfer tape. And you just want to go slow. And if you can, go at an angle. It really helps. All right, and now we're going to center this on my mat. And aligning it up. I think it looks pretty good right there. Now see how my transfer tape went a little bit over the letters and words? Don't burnish them because they're already stuck down. You just want to make sure your flower sticks down. Just like that. And then peeling off at an angle. Okay, so I have pre-washed these and put them through the dryer. So they've done all the shrinking that they should need to do. I went ahead and pre-cut the design. Golly gosh, that was close. Huh. Alright, and we'll quickly weed the design. While we weed, actually, I might get the heat press turned on. Alright, so that should be heating up. So I've got this excess here. I was going to cut that with my vinyl cutter. You know, we recently moved and I've got a new craft set up. And after you actually start working in your craft space, you're like, this isn't working. Why did I put this here? And then I rearranged my whole craft room, I think, twice now. But I think I've got it in a pretty good organized fashion. I'm still waiting for a couple things from IKEA. But yeah, apart from that, now I've never weeded this. I actually got this from Aldi. Now you know that it's iron-on when it's not sticky. Like this should not be sticky at all. Seems to be weeding okay. I don't know if you guys brought the iron-on. I think it was on sale last year at Aldi. Oh, that's my heat press telling me it's ready. But I cut it on the iron-on setting on my Cricut. I'm weeding the insides. I better quickly look at my design actually. Okay, yes, I am weeding the insides. I thought it was like a reverse type design. Oh, it's coming away quite nicely. I don't know, do you guys ever have that problem where you're weeding a design and you don't know which parts to weed? Oh yeah, that looks good. I actually did my first ever T-shirt and I didn't realise, but I left all the insides in. That was pretty funny. But you live and learn. I've never done that since. So you live and learn. And crafting is very much trial and error. You got to make sure that you get all the bits that you don't want off, because they can actually stick to your garment as well. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Oh, we've got a triangle there. Most of the time I always have to look at it this way because it doesn't make sense the other way. I think that looks good. It's a very cute design. So we'll get our T-shirt ready. So I've got the T-shirt. I have pre-washed and dried these. And we'll pop it under there. Now I'm just gonna do a pre-press. I just pre-press it for like 5 seconds. I might turn auto on. Auto on. So it will go down automatically for me. All right, now we need to lint roll. So pre-washing and putting it through the dryer makes it so your T-shirt does, well, hopefully your T-shirt does all the shrinking that it's going to do. Then your design won't crinkle and crack, hopefully. So I need a design template because I find that I always put the design way too high. A good rule of thumb is kind of like halfway between the armpits. But this also gives me a bit of an idea. And you know, if you're not sure, lift it up. I think it needs to come, just a little bit over this way. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, we'll lay our t-shirt back down. Making sure we get that cloth. And I'm going to put, I am going to put a Teflon sheet on there just because it's shimmery. Now they said to do it on the reverse side. So we'll just lay it down. Lay it down again. All right. And we can always press it again if we need to, but I'm just gonna let that cool on my glass mat for a minute because it said it's a cool peel. So again, I always peel from a corner and then go diagonal and just go slow. Wow, that looks so cool. Like you can feel it, but it's very soft. Looks very cool. And it adhered really nicely actually. Now if yours didn't, if you could see some of it coming off, you can always press it again. Maybe just press it for another 5 or 10 seconds and then try again. But that worked really well. I'm happy with that. Looks so cute. I want one. That's the thing about crafts. You make some really cool stuff and then you want it as well. Alright, so we have cut our envelopes. I'll put them to the side. And okay, so we cut our envelopes and cards, and we'll just get some, actually, where's my pokey tool? There's my pokey tool, and I have a little scrap piece of foam, and I just poke them. Okay, so this is the front panel. We are just going to score it. Well, the Cricut scored it. We're just gonna fold it, I guess, along the crease. So we have our, I love this writing too. I think it's going to be my new fave. But we have our inside sentiment. That's going to go there. And then we have our outer one. So these are a little bit layered. So that goes onto there. And then we glue that on, and then the butterflies go on top. So I'm just gonna start gluing all the pieces, and you guys can chill and listen to some music. Oh, I am using Express It 2-in-1 glue pen and brush. I love this stuff. I love the brush. It's amazing. So I really hope you enjoyed crafting with me today. If you made anything, please share it down in the comments or tag me on Instagram and Facebook. I really love how all these projects turned out. I was a little bit bummed that I couldn't do the other words and the other style, but I still think it looks amazing how it turned out. So I'm really happy. I love these shirts. I'm going to make mine for me now. Well, I hope you had fun crafting with me today. If you crafted with me today, please share that on Facebook and Instagram. I would love to see it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a craftastic day.